Monday means it's time for another Maggie and the Moms, where we discuss the highs, lows, and everything in between of parenthood. On our panel today is Lindsay Dean, the one and only. She is a mother of two boys and a self-taught DIY expert whose Frills and Drills blog is honestly home design goals for all of us. And Lindsay's going to stick around to show us a really cool DIY trick later in the show. Thank you, Lindsay. Deanna Moore is our executive producer here at Daytime and the proud mom of two adorable girls. And Michelle Bremer is back as well. She's a fashion stylist whom you can check out at runwaytranslator.com. Ooh, I'm loving that blonde. And I'm loving the new short hair too.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. All right, ladies, I, by the way, am also the mother of two, as you are. So we're going to start today with talking about a mom from New Zealand. I'm sure you saw this. She made a lot of headlines recently because she pulled her daughter out of school because the teachers shortened her name. They found it too hard to pronounce. I'd like to show you the girl's name. She's 5 years old, and her name is Mahinarangi Tautu. That is a Maori name. The Maori are the indigenous people of New Zealand. Her mother went to great lengths to tell the teachers how to pronounce it. She's very proud of that name. It's been passed down for generations, but the teachers shortened it to Rangi. Kids made fun of her for the name, so the teacher said, the mom said, that's not okay. I'm pulling you. What was your take on the story, Michelle?
I mean, I read that and I really felt for the girl because the name is a part of your identity. And so, you know, to have that feeling of it's not good enough. Listen, if the world can learn to pronounce supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, then we can certainly learn how to pronounce someone's name correctly.
Amen. Deanna?
I agree. I think teachers are being lazy, or this particular teacher is being lazy because she wants things to be easier for her. So you're going to strip that poor little girl and her mother of her culture so it's easy on you? I don't see the point.
I agree. What about you, Lindsay?
There should have been a conversation at the minimum with the parent. The teacher could have asked the parent, is there a nickname that you typically call her? What can we call her? But to have no conversation, take it upon themselves, I didn't feel was right.
I applaud the mom for the message she sent her daughter. No, we have to be proud of who we are and where we come from. Okay, topic number 2 involves some super interesting information from a book. It's a parenting book called The Scaffold Effect. And it finds, and it confirms this through research, that we all have instincts as parents where we tend to focus on our children's bad behavior. And this is actually robbing them of fulfilling their full potential. There are a couple of instincts that the author mentions. One of them is called negative tracking. So this is when you only notice and point out what's wrong. And if you think about it, we do this with photos of ourselves. Like you see a picture of yourself, oh, my hair looks terrible, oh, my smile looks terrible. With kids, for example, if they're sitting at a restaurant, now be honest here, and they're sitting there perfectly, behaving well, being nice to the server, what do you tend to say? Sit up straight. Chew with your mouth closed. Put your napkin in your lap. Why do we do that? The next instinct is called confirmation bias. So you gather information that confirms an opinion that you already hold. Let's say that you've concluded for some reason that your kid is messy. If you see his towel on the bathroom floor, you'll be like, see, I'm right, he's messy. Instead of thinking, well, he made his bed and he put his laundry away, maybe I'm wrong. Why do we do this, and how do you fix that, Michelle?
I don't know, but I think that part is the most dangerous in parenting, is that self-fulfilling prophecy. You've put a label on your child and now you're looking for the descriptors of that label, and that's the most dangerous. I think we do what we know from maybe our childhoods as well, and so from a different time, you know, maybe that's what we're emulating, but I personally try as much as possible to really point out the positive, though I do also identify the negatives.
Does it happen to you, Deanna?
Oh, of course. I mean, we're all guilty of doing that. But I try to say to my daughters that you're not a bad kid, you're just doing a bad thing. You know, in that given moment when they're doing something that we don't like, you're not bad. It's just the thing, the action that you're doing right now is bad. So they don't perpetuate that. But a couple of weeks ago, I said that my daughter is really slow. And that's the thing that I have put in my head, is that she is slow, and maybe she's going to get out of it. But I've put that in her head, in my head, and I've got to break the habit. We've all got to break these bad habits.
This is a good reminder of that. Do you find yourself with your little boys nagging too much, Lindsay?
Yes. I think step 1 as a parent is being objective and realizing yourself when you're pointing out all of those negative things and seeing how often you're doing it and making sure that you are outweighing those with positive things. I read a long time ago when my kids were like just born, an article that said you should give 6 compliments or 6 positive things. And there's ratios in different, articles everywhere for every negative thing you say. And that has stuck with me. So all the time, if I hear myself saying something negative, I will make sure in the next hour I point out even the littlest, silliest things, I will compliment them on.
Good for you.
Idea.
And that's so good, because what the author said is true. Expectation becomes reality. I have a perfect example of that. My son is 10. He loves basketball, but when he started, he got put on a team with much older, taller, and more experienced kids. The coach could have easily focused on the fact that he was the smallest kid on the team and didn't know anything about basketball, which I imagine would have been super demoralizing and would have made him want to quit. But instead, he said, you know what? You're fast. You're a great ball handler. If you keep at this, you're going to be great.
Right.
So that's what my son believed, and that's what happened.
Positive reinforcement.
Expectation becomes reality. All right, you know what time it is? Da-da-da! We're spinning the wheel. All right, this is great. 1 of 5 or 6, or actually, I think we're up to like 8 topics.
I know, we
that
keep
will
adding
come
on.
up.
Our director's like, stop.
Stop adding. Okay, let's see what comes up first today. We're spinning, we're spinning, we're spinning. Okay, mom rules. We've had this one before, but Lindsay, you've never tackled it. Let's hear one of your mom rules.
So me being a DIY home decor influencer, my house, I have lots of light colored white furniture, things I like to keep really pretty. So my rule in the house is that no food, toys, games can come anywhere except the designated. We have a play area, we have food area, and it stays there. It doesn't go anywhere else in my areas that I take pictures.
And your little boys follow it?
They do. If you started at a very young age, they learn that that's normal.
Great tip. Start early.
Yes.
Deanna.
Okay, so we can't do anything fun on Saturday. We can't go out. We can't do anything until the rooms are clean.
Oh, that's
They're
a good
4
one.
and 6. They're little. I'm starting early, but they've got to start working on getting things tidy because I'm not going to spend my day being a maid.
Yes, you two have started early smart. You and I don't know, we have older kids, but let's hear your rule.
Yeah, mine are 11 and 13, but we did start early with chores, and not chores for money. It's chores as part of the team, part of this family unit. There are certain things that need to get done. So they, they clean toilets, and they have been doing dishes and all kinds of things ever since they were young, as part of their responsibilities.
Mine's a chore too, but I'm really frustrated because it never gets followed, and it sounds really simple. The dirty clothes go inside the hamper. Not strewn across your bedroom floor, not next to the hamper, not on top of the hamper, inside the hamper. And I've realized that the reason they don't do it is because guess what? If the clothes aren't in the hamper, little squirrel gathering nuts goes all over the house picking up the clothes and washes them
It's
anyway.
the magical little fairy that does everything.
Right. So the message, my message today is a rule that is not enforced or for which there is no consequence to not following is not really a rule at all.
Yes.
I think we all need to remember that.
Yes.
All right, let's go to topic number 2 on the wheel. Let's spin, spin, spin. Oh, yay. Mom hacks, yay. I'm so glad because Lindsay's here that we're talking mom hacks. Please, go ahead.
This isn't a DIY hack per se, but my mom hack in our house is using Alexa to set a timer. So I have little boys and I say, Alexa, set a timer. Anytime they want to say, Mom, can I do this for 5 more minutes? Can I play with this toy? Can I have it first? And I want to share and all this. So I say, Alexa, set a timer. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it is. When the timer goes off, that's when they do the next thing.
Alexa thinks for you. Good one,
Yes.
Deanna.
That's great. Actually, I do want to ask, do you keep Alexa on all the time?
Yes.
Oh, God, she scares me.
I know, she scares me.
I
She
turned her
hears
off.
us all the time.
We have the Alexa, and we have, what's the video one? Our grandparents gave us the video one so
you
the
can
girls
talk to
can
them.
call them on their own, but she scares me. Anyway, I do a bedtime routine. If there's something that I want the kids to learn, like their ABCs, or I'm working on Spanish with my oldest one, we do that every single day before bed. So every day they can do the retention thing. So that's my hack. It's just like, okay, let's do the days of the week in Spanish, and we're going to do the ABC song every single day.
And the key to everything is consistency. You're doing it every day, which means they're going to pick it up, have they?
Yeah, actually. She's like, let's do it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Lunes, martes, miércoles. I'm not doing as well as you, but.
Yes, you are, actually. That's really good. What's yours, Michelle?
Mine is a cooking hack that my husband saw on the internet and is very proud to have introduced it into our house. When you are pouring grease out of a pan, you just put foil in the sink, in the drain, in the shape of a bowl. You pour the grease in there, and then you can easily close it at the top and then throw it in the garbage can. So you don't need you know, a can or anything like that. Very easy.
That is a lifesaver for sure. Okay, I'm not going to share one of my own because we got a couple on Instagram, so I want to share those instead. I love when the moms send us stuff on Instagram. Okay, so the first one involves road trips, and it came from our viewer Kate, and she says that she brings dry erase markers along on road trips, and she has her kids write on the windows. And Kate said it should come off. I'm not that okay with should, so I tried it yesterday on my own windows at home, and yes, it comes off. It comes off. So dry erase markers.
Cute.
The other one came from a mom named Joanna, and what she says is that she, like you guys, started young feeding her kids whole foods and vegetables to avoid picky eaters. So
Yes,
I think
that's a
those
good
are
one. Yeah.
all good mom hacks. All right, producer Whit, we have time for one more, right? Yes, we do. We're spinning one more. Oh, a new one. Okay, I don't know how this one's gonna go. Wife strife. If you're willing, I'm willing to share a funny, interesting, frustrating story about marriage. Let's go, Lindsay.
So this is just an interesting story about the dynamic of our marriage, is that because I am the DIY handy woman, I sort of do all of the like repairs and building and things around our house that typically maybe the husband does. And my husband is actually the cook and the chef, and he does all of the laundry. So we have like very different gender roles in our house, which is awesome because our children don't know who really is expected to do what.
No one is expected.
To them, it's
whatever works
totally
for
cool
you.
and normal that mom is building all the things in the garage and dad is cooking dinner, and it's awesome. So
Bravo.
I love it.
Bravo.
Strife. Okay. Somehow, every time there's something that goes into a difficult place outside of the dishwasher, be it a bowl that goes in a weird place, I always seem to have to put it away. That's my strife, is that I'm always like, why can't you put this salad spinner back where it belongs? So, wife strife.
I'm there with you. Okay, Michelle.
I honestly had a hard time thinking of a strife. He's pretty perfect, and we've been together for a very long time. So the only thing I could think of really is that we just think it's hilarious to gross the kids out when we have public displays of affection or kissing.
Yes!
So we do it all the time.
So do we. We kiss and they say, ew! Okay, my quick one is that I hate when my husband asks me, what's for dinner? That's it, we're out of time. I can't elaborate. Watch another Maggie and the Moms Monday. We'll be right back.